In a world ravaged by movie studios that keep rehashing the same things, only one podcaster has the guts to make it even worse. Join Mike the Hobbit as he traverses the internet to bring you some of the best and worst ideas for reboots, remakes, and reimaginings of some of your favorite and least favorite TV and film properties. Ideas like a John Waters He-Man movie, Fantastic Four the musical, and Aliens, done entirely with marionettes. What podcast would bring this evil upon the world? This is Smack My Pitch Up. Available anywhere you get your podcasts.
The views and opinions expressed on Geekfather are those of the panelists and not those of the Geeks Under the Influence Network, their affiliates, or sponsors. Listener discretion is advised. This is for the parents and not for the kiddies.
Geekfire!
Can you try one more time? Say no. Geekfather real loud.
Geekfire way loud! I just did it.
What's up, guys? It's a new episode of The Geekfathers. That's right, guys. Welcome back. I am Scotty P, bringing all the trials and tribulations of being a geeky parent right to, I don't want to say your front door because that might be creepy, but I'm bringing it right to you wherever you listen to your podcast. How about that? A little bit of advertising right there in the beginning. But welcome back, guys. I'm glad you could join me here for another episode. And by that intro alone, you could probably tell, unfortunately, that Kyle Smash has not been able to record with me. Unfortunately, a little bit under the weather. Nothing serious, but enough to deter us from being able to do a regular episode. So I'm going to give you a quick little mini-sode, if you will, just to still make sure you get some of the great content that you've come to enjoy and love from the Geekfathers. Or at least I hope you do. If you're listening, I would assume that you do at this point. So guys, but welcome. Appreciate you listening, tuning in. However you want to put it these days. We all do it a little bit differently, but we're all here in the same boat, man. So guys, welcome back. I figured since I was by myself, not even my little ones, as you can probably hear screaming and doing their thing in the background right now, because I'm stuck in my little hovel of an office, just doing my thing, to bring you this as they go crazy. So yeah, I'm hiding, basically. But anyways, but I figured it was a good idea to still bring up, just because of the time of year that we're coming into, where by the time you hear this episode, we will be going into Memorial Day weekend. So hopefully anybody who has that holiday time, please enjoy it. Please remember what it truly stands for. Don't always have to agree with it, but there are people that did some great things with the right things in mind for the right purposes. And I'm not going to get into the politics of it. So either way, hopefully you have a great holiday weekend after you listen to this episode, hopefully. And what Memorial Day, of course, always marks is getting into the official startings of summertime. So, and I'm sure we'll do a couple of the summer episodes, but I figured it was a good chance to also really look at, get your gears rolling of not only are we getting ready for summer, but restrictions are being lifted. In Virginia, as of midnight on Thursday going into Friday morning, social distancing, quote unquote, masks, all that stuff was being technically lifted. Now, as a lot of people have said, and I agree with, wear a mask, still get vaccinated, still wash your hands. This is not, in my opinion, and some others, to where we just go back to what normal was. I don't think there is going to be a new normal, or the old normal. It's all going to be new normal stuff. But that is one thing to still consider as you're getting ready for summertime. Yes, it makes some things easier for restrictions being lifted, things such as that, but we still want to be safe. We still want to watch out for our community, our fellow people out there, really. So, and that's all I really want you to consider. There's really no specific example, I guess, other than still try to, just groups. I mean, a lot of us, we don't like too big of a group anyways, but we still like our friends. We still like our community, people within the realm of that, we still like being around. And I'm already old man tangent. ramblings. I mean, what can I say? I've gotten so used to having my co-host around or a guest or anything. It's really kind of weird even doing something by myself. But I appreciate you guys hanging in there and listening to what it is. And not only are we getting ready for summer, but and I know there's always been mention over time, but Geekfathers, we're going to be refining the format, how we do a couple things. Not really any changes other than it's a little bit of tweaking, fine tuning to just make it hopefully a smoother listen for you guys. Unlike this episode, apparently, because I know what I want to say, but for some reason my brain and mouth are not functioning together today, and I apologize for that. And here we are regardless. So hopefully you still stick around till the end. You haven't cut me off already. And that's really all it is, guys. Is just get ready for summer. I would even say, even regardless of what we think of what the regular past year has been, like last summer and everything with COVID, is still remember, I mean, one of the biggest things I implore to everybody is stay hydrated, stay healthy, because we've already had a little bit of a pretty hot spring going on. Hopefully we get some rain soon on this, but it's been dry, and, just hydrate, water, keep the kids active as best as possible. I think that's going to be one of the great changes that's going to happen with this year, regardless of restrictions going on, is that with vaccinations and who I believe to be smarter than your average bear type people, we can start getting the kids out a little bit more, have a little bit more activity compared to so cooped up compared to last year. That's really going to be one of the biggest things. And because this is what we do it for. I mean, the whole reason on why myself, our home, and even other homes were so much more restrictive this past year was, this is for the greater good. I mean, I hate to put it in terms like this, but that's the way we're looking at it. Not only watching out for ourselves, but we do care about our community. We don't want to cause issues within the community, but keep everybody safe, keep everybody knowledgeable at the same time. And that's always the hardest balance to do. So, and I appreciate everybody out there who has understood how it is, even if you may not have kids in your home or your immediate community, however it may be set up. There's been a lot of great respect and all that available to us who've had to do it a little bit differently this past little bit over a year compared to some other people, And the big hope is to be able to do a little bit more this summer, be a little bit more, to use the term, face-to-face, still being careful, like I've mentioned, and really let's just have 2021 pull out to be a better year than 2020 really became. There were some great strides and different things happened, but overall 2020 was a pretty shit year for a lot of us. And so far 2021 has been looking up. It's been on the upswing, which makes me feel a little bit more confident, a little bit better about what we're doing here, not only locally, but nationally, globally. There are some great things. Still a lot of things to overcome, to fix, to work on, but we're getting there. And positivity, man, it really does help a lot just to keep that positive attitude as best as you can. I mean, I know there are down days, and that's really about it, guys. So I just wanted to make sure that, that Geekfathers are, as we've always, I don't like using the word preached, but we've always mentioned, we've always said, we've always stood our ground on that we're here to help whenever possible, even if it's just an open ear to listen. We will listen to you guys as well. As much as you may listen to us, we will listen to you as well. So not only if you need just some help or what you think of advice, or like I said, just a vent for a moment, we're definitely here. GUI has been, we've been a great family. We're rolling through on physical recordings now, being able to be around each other, which has been so great. And that's kind of the bummer part. We've now had a couple of Geek Father episodes of where we've been trying to physically record together as well, but just again, between parenting and just making sure everybody's staying healthy, Kyle and I haven't been able to do that. So we appreciate your patience on that way as well, because we know the recordings are always a little bit different. And we'll be back into, again, our normal swing as well for all that. So, and this is going to be a real raw episode too, just so you know, because I mean, I'm already coming up to the end here, regardless of my ramblings and everything. But I wanted to make sure first and foremost that everybody, thank you for sticking around with us. Really, when we go into June, I believe it will be about, has it been 2 years, 3 years? I mean, I'm going to have to I can't remember off the top of my head. I had it written down somewhere, and of course I lost the notes of, I'll say the Geekfathers. It started as the Geekfather just by myself for a little while, but everybody has been supportive. I've got my co-host now with Smash, but the Geekfathers, we're going to be celebrating basically an anniversary time around June and all that, and thank you. I mean, besides being part of the normal GUI stuff, there are a lot of other listeners out there who don't know us personally, who may not listen to all of our shows, but for some reason you like what we do here, and we're going to do what we can to improve on that in the coming years. I want to say not just this year, but moving forward, we're going to strive to bring you all the best on all that. So thank you. We're bringing more, just for a couple things offhand. I did want to mention that the continued support to anybody with Team Kimber. Again, if you find, just go to Facebook and you can find the Team Kimber page for there. Kimber's a great girl. She's been through a lot over the years. She's going through some heavy stuff again right now, and will continue to do so for some time. So there's GoFundMe information, which I should be able to post another link with that one as well. And but go support. I mean, there's so much so many different people, groups that you can support. These are just the ones that I work with directly, and so that's where I say check them out. And it could definitely lead into some other things. But there is a new one I wanted to bring up, which is a friend, Amy, and her partner, Maddie, who brought in a lovely, lovely, lovely little daughter just earlier this month. Unfortunately, and I say that just to give you context, is Cora was born about 2 months premature, to keep it simple. So ideally, things are not running as smooth as what you would hope for bringing home a newborn. So Amy and Maddie have been through a lot. Cora's been through so much. I'm just going to say Team Flamingo, because she's been called a little flamingo and stuff. There's inside stuff to that. But what I'm going to do is post another GoFundMe directly that's been set up for Amy, Maddie, and Cora. Because with Cora right now, again, there's a lot of testing, blood work, different machines and different things that need to be used. And between what Amy and Maddie do for work and with COVID this past year and everything, things have been a little bit rough. So again, I can only tell you about people I know. I hope you support in any way possible, whether it's just positive vibes being pumped out, or if you can even, $5 can even, for a GoFundMe, can go a long way. Different things like that, which again, I'll post a link for that GoFundMe as well. Guys, just in case there's ever any question about this, myself, the Geekfathers, GUI, nobody gets any of that. When we look out and support for people like this in our community, just the same way we've done for the Holly Fund over this past year or so with our TeePublic stuff, we don't take anything. I'm not getting commission off this. I don't see a red cent. I don't want to see a red cent of anything given to these families who are just hitting some tight spots and need the support of community for however much you can do. And that's all I ask. Just do what you can. There's no expectation. There's no you have to on that. So, and I'll leave it at that there's some great families that just need a little bit extra support and care. Guys, do what you can. I'm not even... Go see our friends at TeePublic. If you still want some gear from us, I'm not even going to push that, because I'm more concerned with our families right now on this little mini-sode. So I'm going to wrap it up there, guys. But again, I appreciate you listening to my ramblings. It's been a while since it's just been me. I know I've done a couple minisodes even with having a co-host over the past year or so, but I appreciate you sticking with us, sticking with our one tribe. We're all in this together. We're in this together. As I get tongue-tied and everything, I'm emotional now that I've talked about this. But thank you very much, guys. Let's have a great summer. The Geekfathers are going to have some fun episodes coming up. We plan on doing some more along with our family and GUI, along with our personal families and everything else. So I'll leave it at that. Have a great summer. Have a great holiday weekend. Don't forget, join us or cry.
My name is Amy Bogard.
And I'm Mike the Hobbit.
And we are the hosts of Deeply Upsetting, where we use our expertise to answer your most upsetting hypothetical quandaries, such as, what non-winged animal deserves wings?
And what body part deserves a secret mouth?
Which cryptid is the worst roommate?
These questions and more that plague you will be answered on Deeply Upsetting, available anywhere you get your podcasts and at GUIPodcast.com.
GUIPodcast.com.